What's up YouTube, and welcome to another video. Now I'm sure you've seen the title. In this video we're going to be talking about modifiers, right? Expensive modifiers and cheap modifiers, or affordable modifiers. Now, do they really change your work? Do they give you better light quality? Is one more durable than the other? So we're going to try it out today. I have an Elinchrome Rotalux softbox and I have a Triopo softbox. You already know which one is more expensive now. So yeah, so we're going to try both softboxes out and see exactly what you get for your money. Okay guys, so like I said, we have this Triopo. It's a 90 cm octa box, and right here we have an Elinchrome, and which is about 100 cm octa box as well. So they're pretty close, 90 cm, 100 cm. This is a little bigger, and we're going to compare and contrast, to get, let's know if it's worth the money. This cost about 45,000 naira if you convert it to naira, and the Elinchrome cost about $200 or $250. Right? So I don't know what the exchange rate is right now, so you can make of that what you will. So so we're going to compare a couple of things, right? Number one is we're going to compare the build quality of the soft boxes. We're also going to compare how the setup time, how quickly is it to set it up from scratch, and then lastly we're going to compare the light quality. So we're going to get a model in, and we're going to shoot with this modifiers and see is there really any difference in the color and the softness of the lights, and from there we'll get our verdict. So is it worth it to spend that extra box on a modifier or not? So join me in the video as we start all these comparisons. Thank you. All right, so we'll start with the Triopo, right? This is the cheaper guy. Just off the bat, this is the bag. The bag is kind of, it's not this, right? So if you compare it with the Elinchrome bag is, you can, this is more durable. So it's thick, made of very, very fine material. It feels sturdier, it's stronger, and all of that. So that's the first thing I noticed, that, with expensive modifiers, you get better packaging, and yeah, so that's just that. Next, we're going to compare, the modifiers themselves. So let me just take them out and open this. All right, so the Elinchrome is open now, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's really made of very, very fine material. The silver on the inside is kind of rough, and it just feels, it screams quality. Let me put it like that. It doesn't look like it's going to tear. It doesn't look like this is going to fade anytime soon. I've had this for a couple of months now, and it looks really strong and sturdy. I have a Bowen's mouth spin ring behind it here, and this is really good and strong as well. So overall, when it comes to build quality, I'll give this, say, like a 9 out of 10, and that's just because I'm being picky. It's really, really, really built well. So now let's open up the Triopo, and we can see how this looks. All right, so this is the Triopo right here. You can see the Bowen's mount speed ring here. It seems like this is made out of like softer material than the Elinchrome one, and it doesn't feel quite as strong as the Elinchrome, right? You can see these rods, they seem pretty thin, and they seem like if it falls it's going to break. The silver on the inside, let me check it out. The silver on the inside is not as rough as that of the Elinchrome. It doesn't seem like as shiny as the Elinchrome either, but I mean, it is what it is. So for build quality, I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Right. Okay, so let's compare the diffusion fabrics. Okay, this is for the Triopo, and you can, I don't know what this material is, but it is what it is. But this is the Elinchrome. At this point, it seems like I'm biased to the Elinchrome, but stay with me. This is the Elinchrome fabric, and this is, oh god, it feels like a baby's buttocks. It feels like a baby's cheeks. Very soft. I don't know how that affects the light quality. I'm not exactly sure. We're going to find out in a few minutes. But yeah, so there's a difference in how the fabrics feel. So off the top of my head, I think this would diffuse the light a bit better and give you better spread and softness than this one. Okay. So next, we're going to talk about setup time, which is it's very important. If you shoot on location or you shoot at a wedding, you know how important it is for you to be able to take up your modifier and set it up like that. So I think this is somewhere where the Triopo might win. But let's see how fast it takes to set up the Triopo and how fast it takes to set up the Elinchrome. Okay. So Maja puts the timer up. All right, timer on, and then 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Okay, and we're done. How fast was that? That was pretty fast. If I'm guessing, that was like what, 10 seconds, thereabouts. So I haven't put the diffusers in front, but I feel like that's negligible. It's going to take the same amount of time to put the diffusers up in front of this, as well as the Elinchrome. So yeah, so this is up and ready to go. Okay, so now it's time to set up the Elinchrome, and the first thing you notice is that with the Triopo, I was able to set it up standing up, just right here. I was able to set it up. You can't do that for this. You need a surface to place this down. So if you're somewhere on the beach, somewhere trying to set up your modifier really quickly, that's where this is at a disadvantage. So you need a surface to place this down to kind of set it up. So let's get a surface. Okay, now, so we have a surface, and we're going to place this on our surface to try and set up. Let's see how quickly it takes us to set this up. I should also mention that depending on the speed ring you buy, there are two options. There's one that allows you a quick setup, and there's one that you kind of have to stick in the rods to get it to set up. But this is the quick one, so let's see compared to the Triopo how fast it takes us. Might just start the timer. Good. And voila. So it's set up now. That was faster than I thought it would be. I'm guessing very close to the Elinchrome. To the Triopo rather. So yeah, so it's set up right now and it looks good. So we're going to try to shoot the model now. I should mention that the Elinchrome is a bit shallower. So it means that compared to the Triopo here is deeper, right? So it's deeper. This is 100 cm, this is 90 cm, this is 90 cm deep, and this is 100 cm shallow. So what that means is that with the shallow modifier, you kind of get more spread of light, and with the deep one, you get more controlled light, right? So it's more controlled basically, right? So you don't get as much spill as you get with this. They both have various applications, but we'll see how they work against our model. All right. Alright, so now it's time for us to test out these modifiers in an actual shoot, so we can see the difference in softness, in color, and in basically quality of light. So we have Michael. Michael has graciously accepted to model for us, even though he has worked with Vogue and all these other people, but he accepted, so that's good. In-house joke. And then we have Zen backdrops right behind me, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful backdrop. So we're going to be shooting the two modifiers, the Elinchrome and the Triopo, and we're going to try and see, is it really worth that extra money, That's what I'm trying to find out here. So let's get right into the shoot. So we're starting out with the Elinchrome. I'm just going to try and fix it somewhere where we wouldn't have to move it around at all, and then we can put the Triopo in the exact same spot so that there's no mago going on. Alright guys, so we're back now in Capture One, and we're about to review the images that we shot to know exactly what the difference is in terms of quality, light output, and color. You'll be surprised. Okay, so let's jump right into Lightroom now. not Lightroom, Capture One. Let's jump right into Capture One now, and you can see these are the two images. So I just give you guys like 5 seconds. Can you try and guess, or you can pause the video, which is which is the Elinchrome, which is the Triopo. Let's see if you can find out which one is which. Obviously, there's a difference in color between these two images. So I'll just go right off the bat and tell you. The one on the left here is the Elinchrome modifier, while the one on the right here is the Triopo cheaper modifier. And as you can see, there's a huge difference in color. That's the most standout thing I can see. The one with the Elinchrome modifier seems a bit warmer with a bit of green tones, while this guy here is cooler with some magenta tones. So this is something that you can easily fix in Capture One or in Photoshop or in Lightroom, any software you use. So it's not really a big deal, but it's there. I mean, if you're shooting JPEG, then maybe it would be kind of a huge deal, but I don't see this as a huge problem. I also noticed that the image from the Elinchrome modifier seems a touch brighter, right? So this is like half of a stop, maybe even smaller than that. So I'm guessing this is because of those really silver reflective surfaces in the inner side of the modifier. In terms of quality of the lights, they look pretty good, but I would say the Elinchrome has better spread, but we're expecting that because it's a shallower modifier compared to the Triopo, which is like a deeper modifier. So you can see if you look at the shadows, let me just zoom in. So if you look at the shadows here compared with this, this is a bit darker. Okay, so yep. What else? So I think that's pretty much it. The only thing I'll try and do now is, which one do you prefer really? Do you prefer this look or this look? And I'm going to try and just match them quickly. For this, I just take down the Kelvin a bit. So I'm going to bring down temperature a bit and add some magenta tones. Okay, I'm also going to reduce the exposure just a touch. And then just by doing that, you can see that I have matched the two images and they look like they were shot with the same modifier. So that took me, like 1 minute or less. So it's left to you. Is 1 minute what? Is 1 minute what, the extra money? Is 1 minute worth $100? Is 1 minute worth all that time for you? The other thing I would say is that apart from the quality of the images is the modifiers and how long they last, right? So that's one thing you should keep in mind. I've had the Elinchrome for a couple of months, but I just have this feeling, and by using it over time, I know it's going to last a long time. Whereas the Triopo is already falling apart, having have that. So it's about weighing it really. But in terms of like image quality, I think the final verdict is, I don't think you need to spend that much money to get amazing pictures, right? But in terms of like longevity and your modifier lasting a long time, then it might be worth it. So would you rather buy a 200 modifier now and you know that you can use it for the next couple of years, or buy a $30, $40, $50 modifier that you would have to replace every year? So I guess only you can answer that question. But to people who are just starting out, who are just coming up, don't worry. Whatever modifier you have is most likely good enough to do most of what you need to do. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Comment in the comment section below if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And cheers. See you in the next one.